Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be building in Paralives. Now, I recently did a build in Sims 4 where I recreated a mug I have in real life. It's a cute little mushroom mug, and I got a comment that asked me to do a retro clock build. Now, I was going to do that, and then I got inspired when I came across retro radios, and I really wanted to do this retro radio. I like the style of it. Now, I worked on this for over an hour yesterday on video, and it ended up breaking. My entire build broke, and it was because I learned the hard way that if you want something to look like it's off the ground like this, you can't just simply delete the floor, because if you leave and come back to the lot, it will randomly jump up higher. So I literally had the build and it was floating. All the walls and stuff were floating, but the doors, the windows, and everything were still in place. It was the weirdest thing, and I couldn't fix it. So I actually just had to bulldoze all of my work. But I learned that if you come over here and you put the separator tool down, so you have the same effect where it's invisible on the bottom part, then it won't randomly float up. So I think the game right now, in its current state anyway, it has to like recognize that something is touching the ground so it knows where to put it back, like when you load back into a save file. So just so you know, if you ever need something that looks like it doesn't have a floor underneath it, just use the separator tool. Now, one thing I did learn also is that I'm not going to work on the exterior until the end, because I had done the exterior first yesterday and also ran into an issue where stuff kept deleting. And I'm like, I'm not going to deal with that today. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start with this first, and we're going to create our little gap that I want, and then we'll build on top of it. We can delete the flooring, which is good, and then we can still build right on top of this. Don't know if this is exactly the size I want. I kind of like this size though. And the whole reason I want it floating is because we're going to have legs up underneath it to kind of prop it up, so to speak. Now, one thing that might be a little bit tricky, I want this little indentation, and then we'll use the separator tool there as well. And then we'll raise this up, and we'll raise the inside up so it's the same, and I like that little texture there. And then also what we're going to do on the top part here is do a half wall just to give it a little more dimension. So that's now created, and then we're going to raise that up. And then it gives us more of a boxy feel, and then I can delete the ceiling here. We don't need you. Now, something that I think helps give this more of a retro feel is if we have an arched door, because the corners are somewhat rounded. It's not like a very square box, but if we could get some type of similar aesthetic with that, I think that helps. And I want the wall height to actually be a little taller. And we'll put some columns that'll be stretched here to do the little vertical paneling. But for now, I think this is maybe a good place to have the door. It's going to be weird to do this, but I'm actually going to wait till the end to put windows as well. We'll see what happens. I might regret that later, but it'll be interesting. I still think one of my big complaints with the game is the staircases. I wish they would place a little bit more easily so you don't have to like drag them up and down necessarily. I like how they are very flexible, but I think it would be nice if there were some more snap placement for staircases. I think something like a dark paneling here would be great for the exterior of this. And I'm going to probably bring that on the interior as well. And whenever we have a bathroom, I'll probably change it in there. But I like the dark wood tones with the light wood tone. I think we could play on the light wood tones with the paneling outside and maybe some of the doors on the inside. And then maybe we could do that for the yeah, I think that would look good with the paneling. For the floor though, I think I really like that flooring actually. Oh, this has like a little bit more of a retro feel to it. Just the shapes in it, that could be kind of fun. I like this outside, but maybe on the inside we could do that one. And then for that wall that I had just looked at, we could put this for like, oh, no, not everywhere there. Just for this part on the outside, the little trim. It's coming to me. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see it happen. What if we use these as the legs up underneath it? Like, what if this coffee table works? I think it works as a leg. I have to stack them a little bit. Okay, I have the legs put on, and I think it looks fine. I'm pleased with that. Now, getting to the inside with the layout here, I do think we need to stick with something that's a little bit simpler. Like, I think we could just do a straight line down right here. This can be the bedroom. And then maybe we could, like, cut a bathroom. Oh, that would make the bedroom too small. I think that should be enough room. My problem is I don't want us to get caught in this like this is just a hallway space situation because then we have a lot to fit in this one little area. So I'm thinking maybe we could bring the bathroom in just a little bit, and we could sneak in just a little bit of space from the bedroom for the bathroom. And even though that's technically centered to the wall, I gotta match it with the paneling somewhat. So I'm gonna put one there, and for now I'm gonna put the other one like in here. I like this light color just to get some contrast inside with a light brown, kind of like we have outside. So I'm wondering if I can do something cool with this couch, because I have some fun music art that I uploaded for this. I kind of want to do that. I might not, but I kind of want to. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I really like this. So there are a couple of colors that I want to emphasize. This one being one on the inside. I wish it was a little bit redder. Maybe I can like push it more towards a red color. Kind of like that, a brownish red color. And then I was also thinking of like a blue color. I don't think I like that blue on the couch. If I were to do it, it could be like with this. I do want to keep it small. I still want to put like a coffee table though. This might be interesting. I could like off center it just a little bit and have it over here. Can be like a fun little kind of quirky, messy layout, so to speak. I know some of y'all are like screaming no. Oh, but I can bring the blue in on the chair here. Yeah, what if I did something like this? I actually think that's pretty cool. I'd make it more of a black color. That's kind of cool looking. Oh, I'm having way too much fun with this. We're going to use this coffee table in here too. It's got a retro feel to it. Wait a second. Why do I like this? I might have an issue. I might have something wrong with me. This one looks really cool too. I think I'm going to take the color of the doors and put that as the main color. And then we'll take this dark color on the wall and put that as the front. And for this to be like a retro build, I do want an older looking television up here. And then where's the gramophone? I feel like we could put this as well and size it down and put this on the little console. And I like this vase because it also has a fun pattern to it. And I feel like that's the name of the game with this. And we could do something like that. Oh, we are going to have to put this in the bedroom. Maybe I should have done that radio. I should have copied that. That's in the game. Oh well, maybe another video. Put a little book on the table, and then I'm going to grab, maybe we could put, I don't know what these are fully, but I love these little guys. I put them in some of my builds, and it's just, they're cute. I can't explain it. It's just they're cute. So I'm going to put them on this table in here. It's starting to come together. We'll put pictures eventually. I could put the dye over here. I'll get like this orangey color that's from the rug and put that in over here. It's like a bowl you can put your keys or whatever in. That's kind of cool looking. I don't know. It works. It matches. And then we can get a light. I don't know what vibe I'm going for here, but I'm going for something. I don't know how to explain it. But I like the color scheme a pretty good bit. And then I can like just grab another, I might just do another plant right here. I will say one thing I hope we get more of in the future soon will be some more content to just be able to clutter with. I definitely am a clutter fiend in The Sims, and I would love to have more clutter. We're getting the basic layout though, so now let's focus on the kitchen because the kitchen's going to take up quite a bit, and I do think we have some good appliances to use in the kitchen that would go with this theme. We have this orange in another build that I did recently, and I really want to bring that in here, and I think that looks really cool. Maybe we can copy the same orange for the dot, or maybe not. This is my problem with color wheels, is I go on a tangent of matching everything everywhere, and that's not really necessary, so I'm going to try not to do that. Because then I just wasted a lot of time. And it's like, not everything has to match, you know, not exactly. And some of y'all might be like, actually, no, I like to match everything. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of having the color wheel, actually. And you're not wrong. I'm gonna clip that in right there because there are cabinets that are really small like that that you can pull out. And it's like got spices and stuff in it. So we're just gonna pretend that's what that is. I mean, I could bring this down even more if I wanted to. I kind of forgot you could stretch. Kind of forgot that was a thing in this game for a moment. So maybe we do that. Let me see really quickly. Let me grab another one. I can't believe I forgot that. Oh my God, yeah. And then before we get too into that, let me figure out the dining space and see if we can actually fit a decent table. I think this would be perfect, this type of table in here. Or that. That's like, it's very similar. I like the way that stacks on top of one another, actually. Those colors, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. Oh, I get it. Yeah, you can't put a table on top of a table, unfortunately. My game is doing something really weird. What is happening? It's every time I touch this table, I'm earning money. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at this. If I just keep moving it, oh my God, could this be an IRL? Because I would love to make money this way. I'll move tables if it makes me millions. Well, that's interesting. I want to take the blue color here that we had and put this on this chair. Slightly different. Ever so slightly off. It's like a lighter color. I need to get a stove. The stove isn't going to stove itself, you know. We can put our sink there. I like that. That looks nice. And then cabinets, we still need to figure out like what color we want to do. Oh, this would be really fun. A little paint splatter countertop. I didn't really pay attention that I had pulled something like that, but what if we go all into it? Like what if we just do it? What if we really just go into some retro vibes here for a minute? I don't know what this is turning into, but it's doing something to me. So this is what I decided to do. I wanted to bring more of the light color in with the wood tone that we have in the doors again. So I like the way that pops, and it's got like a nice contrast to it. Not gonna lie, I actually really like the layout of this space. I think it works pretty well, given how small it is too. I want to put like a plant in this corner right here. And you could put you. Have a nice little pop of green. And then over in this corner, I think I also want a plant of some sort. Maybe with this one, I can make it like a little bit taller, and I want to squish it in just a little bit too. And then maybe we can get it more snug in this corner. Yeah, like a little woven look. We have to get a toaster. Absolutely. Oh, that's really cute. Have a little latte sitting on the table over here. I absolutely have to have a coffee maker. Oh, this one. We'll do a little espresso. The big old bag of coffee right there. That's what I'm talking about. We'll get us some mugs put in as well. Have a little mug tree. Grab a little dog mug. A little canister there. Maybe grab another one. Oh, we gotta get us a scrub daddy. We'll get that in there. Put some spices next to the stove. We'll get us some utensils over here. I'm gonna put paper towels on the table because I feel like that's pretty common too. Oh, we gotta get a kettle too. There's a bread box. I forgot about that. I don't have a big kitchen. I can't do too much. I'm gonna put the kettle on the stove. We're gonna size the bread box down just a little bit and put that over here. Cute. Okay. Oh, the little fruit basket. I'm having way too much fun right now. Maybe we can make that a little bit bigger if it'll let us. There we go. Then I'm thinking we could actually put some music instruments, some musical instruments. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. Put a little music stand over here. Can put like a little divider. And then we'll come back and do pictures. I want to do pictures at the end because I still have to do windows. So I want to be able to put my windows first, and then any wall space left, we'll put pictures. So now we have this little bathroom. We don't have a ton of space to work with in here. I love this and I love this, but I feel like this is definitely more retro, and I actually like the base swatch of that. I think it goes with the color scheme we have going on a little bit. Is this a little too, it's too much pattern. We could do like a classic subway tile. I do think I want to bring in one of these two colors, and I'm thinking maybe this color with the flooring would be nice. It's like a nice faded red. It's like a peaked, maybe. I don't know if that would be inappropriate. I'm thinking of the right color anyways. Retro colors are my thing. If you're new here, like especially over on Twitch, I talk about it a lot. I really love retro colored objects. I just think there's something about it that's calming. It's like soothing to have fainter colors. Like I don't like super saturated colors. I like them to be a little bit more like soft. I don't know. I like soft colors. I like all colors if they're soft, more so. Oh, Oh, that is what we're gonna put on top for the vacuum tubes. That's cool. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. I swear, I get too excited about stuff in this game sometimes. That's kind of cool. I might just leave it with that color. I love having the color wheel, but I'm trying to let go and not like worry about everything being the exact same color, if that makes sense. You know, there's matching and then there's like kind of obsessive matching. And I don't think I want everything to be perfectly matched because in real life, that's just not going to happen. Not that I necessarily build for realism, but I think here it definitely applies to where I don't want it to be this thing that I'm like trying so hard to make things match. Oh, that's like in a chemistry lab. That's so funny. I downloaded this science set off the workshop and I kind of forgot what all came with it. So it's funny to still get surprised with some of the things that were in that. Ooh, or we could do that. And we could also grab that same blue color that we used. I like the pop of blue that that brings in. And then one thing we can do is I'm going to have a wall and we're going to center this now. We could have it closed off, or I could put a window here to make it glass. But I don't know. I want to see at least what it looks like if I were to try this. Oh, it's not. Well, that's interesting. I've definitely done that before. In a previous build, I did that. Why is the window not slotting? Maybe it's just a glitch. I don't know. That's kind of odd, though. Oh, that would be really pretty over here. I like this mirror in here, so I think we'll use that. And then I like this. This is like perfect for this build to have something like this. Maybe in the bedroom we could have this. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got to figure out the wall art and stuff later anyway. I think I'm just going to take a simple shelf and put this above the toilet. Have our toothbrushes, put a little tube of toothpaste right there, grab some toilet paper, and we could put some extra toilet papers up here. I don't know if I want this to be colored or if I should leave it black. I don't know. I feel like it looks a little more aged that way, and I kind of like that. Just a little set of candles there. Probably not the best to put a cactus on the back of a toilet, you know, but just put it like off on the corner right here, and you're fine. And then we could put like some baby wipes on the back. And last but not least, we'll get us a little toilet brush there. I actually think these lights could be cool in this bathroom. Okay, now we have the bedroom space that we need to work on. I'm all for some funkiness. I just don't like these colors. Like, we actually have orange and red, but what if I pulled more of the colors that we've been using? And then that actually makes the orange look fine to me. It's just this other light color. I want to make like a dark brown. So we could put the bookcase over here, maybe have a chair or something, like a hangout space. Over here is where our bed will be. I feel like a bed like this would be in a house like this, you know? I think something like this works fine. There's a fun wallpaper. I do kind of like that, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fun. I could get a column to make this look a little less weird, and that just helps frame the space a little bit better. I do think I like the colors though as they are. That's kind of cool too. If I did a rug like this. Oh, maybe that one. And then this matches the wallpaper and it's tiny. So we could actually still get two of these. So this is where I'm at with the bedroom. Not gonna lie, I accidentally forgot to press record. I did work on the exterior a little bit, but this is the bedroom space. So we have like a fun little nook over here for work. And then I put a bookcase. We have our dresser, mirror space over here. Cute little plants hanging down. I like the idea of this rounded window. It's got like a retro feel to it, and I like the contrast with that. Unfortunately, when I did this wall back at the start, I apparently had curved walls on and didn't realize it. So if you remember, whenever I was trying to put this here, the reason why is because I accidentally had curved walls on when I put that wall too. So unfortunately, if I delete this, it'll delete the entire flooring. I'll demonstrate. Oh, well, it deleted my objects last time. Wait, could I actually fix it now? It was not letting me do that a minute ago. Or like I couldn't do that because it was deleting the entire room. Like all the objects disappeared. There's the front. I did the columns and put some windows in the living room space. So I can't believe I forgot to freaking turn on my recording. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a time. It's been a time, but I am not redoing that because that was incredibly tedious. But I had to like separate them by eye. Obviously, I can't like actually measure the space in between. I think I did a pretty good job eyeballing it though. But I really like the look of this, and it's just a column. All I did was take this column with the brick pattern because it was already smushed in and skinny, and I took the wallpaper paneling of this and I pressed Alt and applied it to this, and then all I did was stretch out the columns and then place them. So, you know, it's nothing too difficult because the window placement was off. I scooped this over. It was like over here, and I put it over this way a little bit more, which left us more room, so I added this bookcase. So I didn't make too many changes off camera, but essentially it's just this main room. And now we can actually put a window here, which is exciting. Should I just do 2 of these? Should I just go ahead and do it? I actually think that's cool looking. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab another plant to put in here. But I do like this plant. There we go. Nice. I'm going to add some type of photo. I don't know which one yet, but we have some good options that could go in here. Honestly, why not just go big and, you know, like just go all in on these weird patterns on top of patterns? And I think it actually looks pretty cool on top of this. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that, but I like that a lot. And then one thing that could be really cool too, and I'm gonna regret this because I'm gonna have to alt place them, is if we put some like wall sconces. Okay. Then click on one of these and then get the transform tool and drag it over because I am not gonna eyeball the height. That's close enough. I like that. Okay, that's cool. This is what we have as our rug under the bed, but you can't really, it doesn't really come across that way super easily because you don't see the 1976. So I think I'm just going to use that there. I like the pop of color with that. I want to do like a gallery wall here in some capacity. I don't know what yet. So usually my cheat for this is if you have a picture and it doesn't like, I feel like it's a little too stretched. You can stretch it out like that and then use the matte tool, and it kind of brings it back in a little bit and makes it look less bad. That's cool. I love that. And then we still have more. Like I could put another picture here. I still haven't gotten to use this one. I feel like that blends into the wall too much, but I do like it. Could put another picture over the television. We hadn't used that one yet. That one's cool. I actually feel like this one would look cool over here. I like that there. Is there another picture we haven't used yet? Nope. I think we've officially used all the ones that I downloaded to use. Oh, we have this one. I forgot I had that one. We'll put this one in here. Okay, and then we have room over here. I wonder if there's like another wall decor piece that we could put here. It looks like little records if you think about it. I actually want to maybe do this build again in Sims because there are so many fun items in Sims as well that I think this would work well with. I do think it'd be harder to make this look good though. I like the customization for the exterior of the build, but I think the interior, we have so many music items and like things with records and instruments and such that we could come up with a pretty cool thing. And they have like all the recording equipment as well in Sims. Now, one final touch that I want to do that I forgot about was I did want to put like a little table right here. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that as it is. And then just like with a lamp, it doesn't even need to have much of anything else on it. I actually like this industrial. This is something you'd see usually on a desk, but I do like the idea of that. Oh, what happened? I never put my floor back. I wonder if anyone's been yelling at me, like, put your floor back. For the dining table, I think we could also use this like we did in the bedroom. I do like the dark on that just because it contrasts with the wall decor. I do like the idea of putting these in the kitchen though. So we could put a set there, duplicate it, and put like another set facing that way. I do hope that they give us an easier way to do the ceilings in the future. Because right now, I don't think there is. I'm glad we can paint the ceilings, but I don't know if there is a better way to do the ceilings right now. I don't even think I can do this bathroom right now. there's no way I can get an angle to look at my ceiling. So if you can't see it, you don't have to worry about it. We're getting to the cool part, which is going to be the iconic dial on the front. And I wanted to wait for this to be like the absolute last thing we do with the building itself, just because things float and move all over the place when I was working on this yesterday. So I do already know what I want to use, and that's just because, again, I did work on this yesterday before everything broke. And I have this one table right here that when sized up, I like the rough edges of it and it looks like a dial. It's similar to this one, except this one has the lip over it, and I like that this one doesn't. And then there was one thing too with this. I wanted it to have like a gold color, so I found this wallpaper that looks like a metal, and there's this swatch of it, and I press the alt down and then I have it like that so it looks like a gold knob. Now that I look at it though, can we go darker? Like maybe it's better this color. Yeah, I like that way better. But we need to get the dial placed. I do think we could get a bigger dial. The problem is I can't size it up as easily when it's already... like, maybe we could go that big with it. I think placement-wise, that's pretty good. I like the placement of that. I just gotta make sure it's not clipping on the inside. Okay. Now I want to try to overlay this. Okay. I'm gonna save. So we have our dial on. I will say if we could get it over this way just a little bit more, maybe that would be better. So next thing I'm gonna do is take this picture, and then I have a picture of a dial. This is where it starts to get really tricky, because you gotta stretch this, but you can't get it to like a perfect circle necessarily. It's a little tricky. And we're gonna have to use the transform tool as well to overlay it on top of this. And the reason why that's not working exactly is because there's no way to get like a perfect 90 degree when you're tilting it. You have to eyeball it. So the fact it's like kind of coming up like that means I didn't do a very great job. So we're gonna have to kind of match the angle of the tilt a little bit. Okay, I think that's pretty dang close. I think that's pretty close with what we're gonna get. And then last but not least, I'm gonna get another one of these. And then I want to try to overlay this so it actually is a little more 3D, if that makes sense. By gosh, I think we did it. I think we did it. Do we have an antenna or anything? I bet I can make one. Oh, we do. What's this one? Oh, it's like the same thing. Okay. Interesting. But I don't think I can make it bigger. Can I? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's not the same type of antenna, but it is an antenna nonetheless. Plop that bad boy right up there. Can I get this same kind of like gold color? That's kind of similar. That's close enough. Maybe these are better to use. I think I actually like this better. Or I could even overlay them. Because why not? You get the best of both worlds. Now all that's left is just to do a little landscaping and call it a day. Oh. Oh, that's what the swatch is for. Okay. Okay, so I think we're finished. I put some landscaping. I have landscaping lights. I wanted y'all to see that at nighttime so you could see the lights up here on those objects. Got the antenna. We have a cute little cookout area. The back is just kind of like more overgrown. I put some trees in. Just kept it a little bit simpler because I think the cool thing about this build is more with the actual radio. And then the trickiest part with this game that I still can't get super well is with the terrain paint. But I think I want a little bit of terrain paint with the landscaping around. Like maybe over here around the table. I don't know if I want it all the way. Actually, that doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. I could actually just have all of this. Is that bad? It looks a little more finished, actually. Okay. I wasn't planning on doing that, but I do like the way that it looks now. Really quickly so we can get a peek in to see what the vibes are in here. This is what it's looking like. I wish we could look in like a similar type of tab mode. And maybe there is and I just don't know how to do it. But I really like how the build came. came together. I think it's pretty cool. I would like to, maybe we could do like a window up here in the bathroom, like just a plain glass. That way we get a little bit of light in that room would be nice. But I love the bedroom. I think this is really fun. A little wall, accent wall. And I like the way that it's cluttered up a good bit too. I just really like the color scheme of this build. I think it's nice. So I put this build on the workshop as Radio Home. You should be able to find it pretty easily. Well, that was a lot of fun. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I love doing these imitation builds where they're just random objects. So if y'all have any fun ideas for new ones to do in the future, potentially drop those down below. And I want to wrap up by just saying thank you to my channel members. Thank you so much for your monthly support. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you want to check out my last live build video, I'll put that over here for you. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Okay, so I have to admit, I do think I really like this build. This is probably my favorite build that I've done in Paralives so far.